All right, welcome back. So, what a long day of getting absolutely nothing done. Welcome to airplane building. So welcome back to HiFly Radio. Finally got rolling today on the RV-10, and I had a friend come over that basically just watched because I didn't get anywhere. So if you remember, I'm gonna turn this around and just put this on my head, make it easier. So we were working on, so this is the vertical stabilizer, and this lower hinge that I needed to replace for the SB, the service bulletin, is this guy. So if you remember, it was originally it was right here. So I had to drill out 4 rivets, or actually 6 rivets, because the bottom had 2 and the top had 1 in there, and replace it with the new version, which is this. So that was easy. I had to put a rivet in here, basically to cover the hole. So put the rivet in and did the squeezer, squeezed them using the C-frame, this squeezer right here, because of this part of the yoke kind of allows you to get behind here, and you just simply squeeze the rivet. Super easy to do versus the bucking of the rivet. Granted, you can't always use this and you have to do the bucking, but anyways, so that was easy, you know, and I put some paint on there, a little primer, and then I also countersunk the back side here for these screws. You can kind of see they sit nice and flush. That's drying. I probably shouldn't have put that in there, but it's fine. It's been curing for a minute. But so the service bulletin kit come with this bracket here, and all the screws you needed, and it also came with this. This is the actual stop piece. So this would actually bolts in ooh, hello. It goes in, and then you slide it. It's kind of thick because it's got the coating on it. You have to straighten it, but it would go inside, and then you run the bolts through it. And what happens is when the rudder moves left or right, this stops it. Well, metal on metal, not all that great. So I've ran across this. Flyboy Accessories make this particular stop, and it's kind of like I forget what they call this, real hard plastic. But the problem is, this was made for this style bracket. And if you look, this is flush. This one is not flush. It has like a kind of a thin in the middle, opens up here at the end. So this one was originally, you know, like this. Well, the problem with this is, you can see, is it was all this thickness. So to get it to fit in here, I had to shave down the back side of it to fit inside here. You could bolt it on top, but I still would have had to grind it down because of this odd shaped bracket. So to get it inside, you have to shave it down and basically fit it. And this took all damn day, 8 hours. And I should have already went in the house, but what I'm doing right now is I'm going over all these skin rivets and re-squeezing them, because the gauge I had was off and they're a little under squeezed, which is fine. You just adjust the gap on your squeezer and re-squeeze them. It's better to be smaller than larger, because if you over squeeze it and smash it too much, you can't ever go back. You have to drill it out, but if you under squeeze it, which makes it smaller, then you can just adjust your squeezer and re-squeeze it again and get the proper set. And what you use is this little tool here, which is a rivet gauge, and you essentially put it right over the top of the rivet, and it should go down over it without any problem, but it shouldn't move. So that's what you want. And all mine were a little loose, like that one. That one I got to squeeze still. And if you get up here and look at them, you can kind of, there's play to them, especially that one. So that's kind of what I was doing after this. Like, this is done. you know, you put your bolts in here to hold this on, and you got locking nuts with washers, and then this will bolt back on here. 4 screws with 2 washers on each screw with a lock nut, and then now you have a plastic, kind of hard plastic stop versus metal on metal, and I like that more, because what's happening is this essentially is hitting these plates. So you have a metal hitting metal, and those are prone to cracking, which is why they doubled them up. This won't crack, and it's softer when it hits. But so that's all done, and this took forever to fit this, to get this in there properly, like it needed to be. And they say that you may have to go back and trim this once it's installed and the rudder's on, because you're limited to 33 or 35 degrees left or right. So you may have to adjust. But anyways, this is done, that's drying. I'll put it on tomorrow. But tonight, what I'm kind of doing before I go back inside, where is that rivet gate? Okay, so, and I'm trying to figure out my other squeezer. I hate this big bulky thing. So I have another squeezer that's much lighter. It's just, it works off pressure. So instead of having a gap that you set, it works off pressure. So and you got this cool little gauge here which tells you, you pick the rivet size you're doing, and then you put your squeezer up here, and it has the thickness you need, so it's really easy to set the gap. So let me check a couple of these, and then I'll stop the video, because I know you guys don't want to see that. I already done that one. This one I got to do. So I'm just going over and re-squeezing these. Like I said, it doesn't hurt anything, but it's better to be smaller than oversized. So now, perfect. Bam. So I'm just going around and doing all of the blue, which are a 3-3.5. So I use that to set my gap. The pink ones are the ones here. They got a thicker, different. They all have different lengths. So that's all I'm doing. And then this will be done. That's pretty much done too. I got to replace one rivet right here that I got to drill out. There's 2 of them actually. I'll do that probably tomorrow, but this will be done real quick, and then I can get on the horizontal. So I just posted on the forums for the new ATX squeezer. So think of this as this with a yoke on it. This piece comes over here, and there's no way to adjust this. I mean, you can unscrew it, but that just takes the piston off. Uh-oh, what's going on here? There it goes. Okay, so there's no way to adjust this up and down. So the way it works apparently is it will smash the rivet based on a pressure, and that's what I don't know, because each rivet's going to have its own pressure. So I'm guessing there's a trick to this, because there's several different sizes of rivets, and each size rivet has different lengths. So if you're having to do a pressure for each rivet, that's probably 20 different pressures that you would have to know. So I'm guessing that's not how this works. I'm guessing one pressure will work a range and the same for another. So that's what I'm waiting to hear back on, because this is so much easier than this heavy thing. Because this one's foot operated. This one's this weird, you got to push it up and then do it, and it's just cumbersome, and it's heavy. That's 5 pounds, man. So, and it's big and bulky. So, yeah, so we're rolling. Not a lot of movement today, but that's all right. It's a turtle race. Listen to my boy Jace. Check him out, Jace Lewis. lyrical and musical genius. Very talented guy. So you guys take it easy, and don't forget to give a thumbs up, thumbs down, subscribe to the channel if you like it, and stay tuned. It's Saturday night. I'm gonna go have a beer. Y'all take it easy. Cheers.